Soon after presenting his credentials to the Bangladeshi President, India's new High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Dinesh Trivedi, on Thursday announced that India has decided to resume the issuance of tourist visas to Bangladeshi nationals in what is a major step towards normalization of ties between the two countries. It remains to be noted that ties between India and Bangladesh had nosedived after the fall of the Sheikh Hasina government in August 2024 and when Muhammad Yunus took over as the chief advisor in Bangladesh, leading to his regime taking several decisions that undid many decisions taken under the Sheikh Hasina government, which were also seen as pro-Pakistan and in fact pro-China as well. In fact, Yunus had made several statements giving an impression to the Chinese that Bangladesh could be a passage to enter India's northeast. With Muhammad Yunus regime witnessing hundreds of attacks on minority community and also disengagement with India on several aspects, India had decided to suspend its visa services at the Indian missions in Bangladesh after its missions in Dhaka and Chattogram were attacked by some Bangladeshi nationals, including groups of extremists. In fact, in one of the incidents, the Indian envoy's residence at the Chattogram consulate was attacked and stones were pelted upon it by locals of that area. After the new BNP regime led by Tarique Rahman took power in Bangladesh in February, there were gradual attempts by both sides at normalization of ties. However, even the BNP regime has not yet undone several of the decisions undertaken by the Yunus regime. In fact, the BNP regime led by Rahman is attempting a balancing act between India and China, as exhibited by the latest decision by the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Tarique Rahman, choosing Malaysia as the first foreign country that he has visited after assuming power. In fact, in the past, several prime ministers of Bangladesh have chosen India as the first destination, but Rahman's decision was seen in India as a departure from the tradition and also a prudent decision, as many believe that he did not want to send any signal to India or China by choosing either of the countries as his first destination. Rahman, in fact, soon visited China after completing his Malaysia trip, even as a major controversy was stoked after one of his advisors had returned from India after he was miffed by checking he was subjected to at the IGI airport in Delhi, despite the Bangladeshi authorities priorly informing the Ministry of External Affairs about his visit to India. However, as seasoned IFS officer Pranay Verma was on the verge of completion of his tenure in Bangladesh, India had in April announced that seasoned politician and Member of Parliament from West Bengal, Dinesh Trivedi, will take over as the next Indian High Commissioner in Bangladesh, which had reflected the importance that India attaches to India-Bangladesh ties and also sends a message that India is sending a political heavyweight to Bangladesh as its High Commissioner in the country. In fact, Trivedi has also been elevated to a cabinet minister rank, something which only a few envoys have enjoyed in the past. In fact, from Vijay Lakshmi Pandit to Vijay Menon to Gujral and Karan Singh, there have been around 7 such envoys who have enjoyed cabinet rank in the past. Now, soon after presenting his credentials to the Bangladeshi President on Thursday, Trivedi headed to the Indian Visa Application Center in Dhaka and announced the decision taken by India to resume issuance of tourist visas to Bangladeshi nationals. Now, speaking in Bengali intermittently, Trivedi said that he was very happy to announce that from June 28 onwards, Bangladeshi nationals would be allowed to apply for a tourist visa. He also said that Indian visa application centers at 5 places in Bangladesh will also resume services soon. Now, with Trivedi taking over as the Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh, it opens a new chapter in India Bangladesh ties, and it remains to be seen how soon the two countries also move on the crucial border issue, where tense conversations have of late been witnessed between the Border Security Force of India and the Border Guards Bangladesh after India decided to push back the illegal migrants that had entered India from Bangladesh over the past several years. We'll keep tracking this major update between India and Bangladesh ties. This is me, Shikha Salari, reporting from New Delhi for India Abroad.